On Friday, the 12th of May 2023, the Uganda National Bureau of Standards (UNBS) opened the Western Region Food Testing Laboratory located in Mbale City. The launch of the UNBS Mbarara Laboratory was presided over by Honorable Francis Mwebesa, the Cabinet Minister of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives. Other dignitaries present included Her Excellency, Senior Winding Albjog, the Danish Ambassador to Uganda, Anna Nambozi, the Trademark Africa Country Director for Uganda and South Sudan, David Livingstone Ebiru, the UNBS Executive Director, and Brenda K. Opus, the Posted Advisor on Strategic Communications and Exports Market Development. Also in attendance were representatives of Mbale City leadership, trade facilitation agencies, development partners, and business community.
I wish to formally welcome all of you on behalf of Uganda National Bureau of Standards to this very important event. Today we are commissioning yet another food safety laboratory in Mbarara City to take care of our Great Western region. Yes, we continue receiving concerns which are genuine that yes, even if we are in Gulu, Mbale and Mbarara, there are still other locations within Uganda which are distant from these facilities. But we are saying yes, that is the starting point, because before that, the whole country, all enterprises, industrialists, regardless of where they are located, were seeking services from Kampala Central Laboratories. So we believe that this is at least a great achievement of reducing the cost of doing business by moving these laboratories nearer to these enterprises in these regions of Uganda. RCC LOC1, we hand over this facility to you to make sure that you take it and keep it safely, because we have very high valued, high cost equipment here to make sure that we support our entrepreneurs and industrialists to be able to sustain their production of safe and quality product. We have also decentralized what we call market surveillance operations. Our entrepreneurs in Mbarara, we have brought certification department to give you Q mark with the lab, but we have also brought what we call market surveillance operations to make sure that whoever does not have a quality mark or products that must get a Q mark must not be allowed on the market. We want to appreciate the government of Denmark through Trademark Africa, who recognize that their contribution to our economy, Uganda, is to invest in quality infrastructure. Want to thank you very much for giving us the equipment to decentralize laboratory services to our regional offices, because laboratory testing is one of the key components in conformity assessment and quality assurance of products. So if you don't have a laboratory which is accredited to international standards, then you are not able to make Ugandan products competitive. Of course, in the next phase, we are looking at going to the Rwenzoris, especially Hoima, to support the value addition there, especially in the oil and gas. That need is becoming urgent, and we do recognize why. We are going to West Nile, Arua, because there is also urgent request there, and they are valid because of the location and the volume of cross-border trade which is going on there.
My brothers and sisters and whoever will be working here, having good laboratories, good machine, wonderful things here, and making the worker that is working are very different. You can have these good laboratories when people are corrupt. They will just pass fake things. And fake things go to the market and they will be bounced back. So I want to appeal to all Ugandans that are working here to have a heart for Uganda. Why do you have our heart?
In 1995, there was a series of trainings that I undertook. So I realized the importance of quality. And actually we made our vision providing high quality nutritious products is our vision. And since that time I've never gone back. I approached the UNBS. And I remember testing 50 times and I failed. So I appealed to UNBS, by then Mr. Kahuma was the ED. I want to appreciate UNBS officials or staff. By then, they supported me a lot. They were friendly and they could advise me on every step I was taking. So I really appreciate them very much. I want to thank government for making it possible to bring this facility here. And I want to appeal to the starters, my fellow entrepreneurs, don't fear. You start and then they will be advising us and we move forward.
I thank you for your efforts to improve your household incomes and to work with the youth to enable them stop wasting their valuable youthful age. PASAID is closely working with the Bureau of Standards to ensure and to enable our exporters get our products in the markets in the kind of quality that is expected. So ladies and gentlemen, finally, I request that you use this laboratory to improve the quality of your production and to ensure that we work together to achieve the set target of exports of USD 6 billion in the next 5 years.
The Mbarara Laboratory was the third UNBS Food Safety Laboratory to be launched. It followed the opening of similar facilities in Gulu for Northern Region and Mbale for Eastern Region in July and September 2022, respectively. The equipment for the 3 Regional Food Safety Laboratories was donated by the Danish government through Trademark Africa.
Trademark Africa, which has been in existence since 2010, but if any of you have heard about it before, we used to be Trademark East Africa until January this year when we rebranded. We work as a non-profit organization funded by development agencies. We have about 10 countries from abroad that fund us, including Denmark, as you've heard, and about some other development organizations. At Trademark Africa, we believe in growing prosperity in Africa through increased trade. So in line with this, with the funding of the Royal Danish Embassy of about $4.5 million, which in Uganda shillings, I know when you say it in $1 million, it doesn't sound as much, but in Uganda shillings, it's about 17.2 billion. Trademark supported the procurement and testing of equipment. We started out with personal protective equipment, and then also the equipment that has been utilized for products and commodities in decentralization. You've heard we have laboratories serving the northern area in Gulu, the eastern part of Uganda in Mbale, and here in Mbarara to serve the western part of the country. The decentralization of the laboratories, ladies and gentlemen, is to reduce the technical barriers to trade, to reduce the time and the cost that is associated with testing and certification of products. As the long journey from the place of production, we've already had Numa Feeds used to travel with a whole bulk of things to Kampala, all the way from their production area. So people here who are from Bihare, Kiruhura, Bisinjiro, Kabale, now don't have to go all the way to Kampala. And now we've already had what is happening with the road. The road is cut off, transport costs are higher. You have a laboratory right here in Mbarara, there is no excuse.
It's a great pleasure for me to be here at the event and to represent Denmark at the commissioning of the UNBS Regional Laboratories in Mbarara today. I want to thank the Honourable Minister and the government of Uganda and the private sector of Uganda for the long-standing good cooperation with Denmark, including under our private sector development program, which is aimed exactly at supporting sustainable and inclusive growth in Uganda. Denmark is very proud to be a trusted partner when it comes to job creation and growth in Uganda. We are ready to contribute to Uganda's path to becoming a middle-income country, and we do so specifically by boosting commercial agriculture and smallholder production. As we've heard, we are here today to commission a very critical enabler for trade for the private sector. Any government that is focused on growth in the private sector must do what it takes to reduce the cost of doing business. And one of the critical areas to this is standards. This lab will bring testing services closer to the people. As we heard, we used to travel to Kampala. At the moment, the road is not even there, but even before that, the road was long, and it took time away from doing your core business. So bringing services closer to the people is extremely important. It would also promote high quality and affordable food locally, but also, as we heard, ideally for exports. We are more than happy to receive Ugandan coffee in Europe. We are more than happy to see Ugandan products on the shelves, and hope that this can somehow also be a step in that direction. We want the private sector in various regions of Uganda to show the world the quality of their products in order to get higher price and sell more inside as well as outside Uganda. And therefore this lab is one of several that we supported by the Danish government through Trademark Africa, a long-standing partner of Denmark. Last year we commissioned a lab in Mbale and we commissioned a lab in Gulu, and these have already seen some good results that we hope also will be seen here in Mbarara. We've seen a significant reduction in turnaround time for analysis of product samples, going from 21 days on average to 10 days on average. We've seen increased consumer protection as a result of increased samples tested, and we've seen increased cross-border trade of the tested products.
I must start by congratulating the Executive Director and his team at the Uganda National Bureau of Standards for working hard to ensure that laboratory testing services are brought nearer to the people of the Western Uganda. I'm also aware of your initiatives for similar facilities in Eastern and Northern Uganda. Testing and collaboration of equipment in the laboratory is an important part of the supply chain. The cost of sending products to outside laboratories and facilitating facilities for testing is very high and is sometimes prohibitive, which can lead to reduction of quality on our local market or visible shrinkage of the product base owing to the cost of production. The only way to test and certify local products actually in a timely manner in Uganda is also to use country testers. This has for a long been a challenge for a country. The government's current science-led strategy aims to rectify any such issues, from implementing universal education schemes at different levels to facilitate handsome remuneration of scientists in the country. Government is ensuring that our local human resource capacity in science and technology is adequately developed. Furthermore, the parish development model aims to increase local production in the various rural and remote communities in Uganda by availing quality testing services for products made by micro, small, and medium enterprises. We aim to improve the product quality from our Ugandan industries and hence facilitating economic development in the country through promotion of trade in high quality and globally competitive products. Therefore, on behalf of the government of the Republic of Uganda, I would like to thank the Kingdom of Denmark through Her Excellency, the Ambassador, and Trademark Africa for partnering with us to enhance the testing capacity of Uganda National Bureau of Standards. I call upon all value addition enterprises in Western Uganda to make good use of this testing facility as we strive to achieve middle income status for our people through the parish development model. I urge you, the small and medium enterprises, to take good advantage of this well-equipped facility, which should reduce the cost of doing business by completely eliminating the cost of seeking testing services from UNBS laboratories in Kampala and improving integrity of samples of which no longer is prone to contamination or compromise due to long transit. I conclude and saying for God and my country. My name is Francis Mbale.
The launch was spiced up with a colorful closed exhibition that gave selected and compliant local manufacturers a chance to showcase their UNBS certified products to the guests and the rest of the world through the media.